Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Let's take a no-frills walkthrough of the fish room, see what's going on here. If you watch my live streams on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Central, you've seen some of this material, but I've added some new material to it that was not played before. Also, if you're a Patreon, you received a copy of some of the material in this video, but not all of it. So let's go ahead and take a no-frills walkthrough of the fish room, see what's going on, give you an update. And let's go. Start with my little Pleco Playground. About 30 Plecos in here. You can make them out. Growing like weeds. I feed them the usual Pleco wafers, but I also put protein in there. Sometimes some of the cichlid pellets, along with these, along with the wafers. They're all growing, and eventually I'm going to have to put them into some of the bigger tanks and maybe take some of the extra ones over to the local fish store. I just don't think I can house like 30 Plecos. I think they're bushy nose, some albinos back there too. Very cool little guys. They live inside that hollow. That piece of wood is hollow. Very, very cool. Here's the 210 South and Central American tank. Fish are looking good in here. Chocolate cichlids are looking great. There's 2 of them in there. There's a Nicaragua. There's a firemouth. Firemouth is usually getting chased around by this Nicaragua. It doesn't really damage them. I don't see any fin or body damage. The size of this vieja just keeps getting bigger and more beautiful. Pink and red on the side. Great markings on the anal fin, pectoral fins. Just a beautiful fish. Salvini, trying to be the boss. Oscar's doing great. Always at the top, always wanting to eat. The albino is growing much slower than the red tiger. The albino red tigers, I don't know, maybe he or she will end up as a runt. We'll see. Love the look of this firemouth. Picked them up locally. The rest of these fish are from the cichlid shack, Tempe, Arizona. Except for my Jack Dempsey. He's real shy, but he holds his own. Anybody messes with him, he goes right back at him. But otherwise, he just tends to kind of hang out, drift around. Somebody's digging a pit. Didn't realize South Central Americans dig pits. That's obviously a pit under that cave. The cave is claimed by the Salvini, as you can see. It's probably going to tip over if they keep digging under it. The driftwood continues to float. It'll probably settle down within the next year or so. The pre-filter on that Sun 704B is working perfectly. Gave it a rinse out, and man, oh man, a lot of junk came out of it. So it's doing its job, and that's just a piece of sponge filter that I cut. And then just cut a hole in the top of it and push the factory input into it. You know, just the cover that they put on the bottom of their tube. That little grill. Very happy with the way this tank is going. And I might be adding some of the fish from the 90-gallon. We'll see. Let's go over to the 300-gallon. It's a little early, and the main lighting is still ramping up through what's called the sunrise mode. You can see the fish in here are doing very, very well. If I open the top here and they think I'm going to feed them, I'm going to get water everywhere. They splash like crazy. It's like feeding a tank of piranha. That little Fusco's coming along nice. This Buccochromis, or DCI yellow, is actually one of the most aggressive fish in the tank. Really surprises me. Goes after just about everybody, except maybe for the Nimbochromis. Doesn't go after the living stone eye or the Venusus much, but he'll go after the eye biter and other fish. Surprises me. I haven't had a Buccochromis be that aggressive. There's a Buccochromis spectabilis in here. Very mellow. Beautiful fish. There's the gar. Lethronops oculatus. The Taiwan reef down there. Beautiful trout. Trout keeps putting on size. He's got about another 4 or 5 inches. It'll probably end up growing. Just a beautiful fish. Let's go over here to the Battered Duplex. There's the living stone eye. When he gets fired up, he goes all blue-green. Right now he has his pattern, so he's kind of mellow right now. But that can change instantly. Strigatus, beautiful fish. Turquoise hat. There's a tangerine tiger. Potamelus. Sandbiter in there. It's coming along nicely. Let's get him to come over here. He's being a little shy. There he is. Love sandbiters, or rather sand divers. Eye biter, sand biter. Love sand divers. Great fish. All right, let's take a look at the. Let's take a look here at the Battered Duplex. Here they are. Mr. Mustard II. Looking for food. And here's Nemo Galaxy from KG Tropicals. Just a beautiful fish. These Sprite plants, really like it. Really like the conditions, and the Anubias seem to be doing well too. So Sprites and Anubias, I keep trying different plants, see what works. I'm not happy with the suction cups on this Shisei. This one back here keeps disconnecting from the wall no matter what I do. This one is stuck on pretty well and holds in place, but this one keeps getting loose and kind of drifting around. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've heard of various tips and tricks for getting suction cups to work better, but you shouldn't have to do that with a filter. So I don't know. Maybe it's the quality of the suction cups. I don't know what the deal is. Hey buddy, man, you're pretty. Colors on betta are just crazy. There's Nemo. Nemo's hiding in the Sprite. I'm probably going to get more of these Sprite plants and really kind of fill the top up with them. I love watching the bettas go in and out of them. Right next door in this little Aqua top bow front acrylic is a lyre-tail molly who is showing a little bit of, I'm not sure what it was, a little white in the fins, looked like velvet, maybe some kind of a fungus. I treated him, he responded immediately and looks great. I've just kept him in here for a little while. because I have real teeny little babies in this little 20 gallon, and I don't want them to come over and eat the babies. You can see one of them over there by the sponge. And they're all over the place in here. So 3 or 4. Here's another one right here. If I can get them in focus. So they keep having babies, which I guess is a good sign. Wisteria seems to be doing okay. If we can get roots down into that special plant substrate, I think it'll be fine. Tops are still looking pretty good. And again, the Sprite seems to like it a lot with shooting out lots of roots. I'm using some of the Co-op Easy Green. Some of the original babies that were born in here are already putting on some decent size, and you can see the little Mickey Mouse pattern forming on the back of their tails. Really cute. This gold spotted Severum continues to be sort of a placeholder, helping to keep this tank alive, providing it with a little bit of ammonia to keep the bacteria alive through food and waste. And he's thriving, he's doing well. Doesn't seem to mind living alone. Really pretty fish. I love the look of the Severum. Got a nice big one in here. Back there in the corner you can see him. That's a big red shoulder. Tends to be real shy. I'll go around, you can see him better, but the fish in this tank are doing great. This is the 90 gallon, and the green terror there is doing great. Got him from Brandon, the blind fish keeper, sent me that green terror. Finally putting on some size, really attacking food really aggressively. The geos are looking beautiful. Let's go around this way. Love the way those pectoral fins are dragging. They're not locking lips like they used to on a regular basis. They seem to have mellowed out a little bit, and I'm really glad for that, because they used to really harass each other. And of course, as I say it, he goes after them, but they used to be much more violent than that. Here's the red shoulder. Putting on some good size. Another red spotted Severum. This is the dominant one, which I had to put in this tank early on because he was attacking the other one so much. AC Heckelei. This beautiful blue Aqua. It's a big guy. Doesn't seem to be afraid of much. He's a little shy when I first got him, but he's right front and center now. Here's the planted tank, which will the future planted community tank. Right now it's still artificial plants. I'm going to get a hold of some plants. If I don't get them from the co-op or from the cichlid shack, I'll probably just go to the local fish store and just pick up a whole bunch, put them in here. The Buenos Aires tetras are thriving. Even though I read or actually I saw a video that talked about how they like cooler water. I think it was the Buenos Aires tetras that prefer like 72 to 76 or something like that. This tank tends to stay close to 80. And so, but they're thriving. So, I guess after they've been bred by local breeders for so many generations, they kind of learn to adapt to whatever's out there. Little cherry barb in here. One of the little babies of the cherry barbs are in that 20 gallon. Red Serpa's doing great. Got some quarries in here. Got some real wood. Lemon tetras are thriving. looking great, nice and yellow. The rummy nose like to stay a little bit lower in the tank, but they're all doing great. Best group of rummy nose and neon tetras that I've ever had. There's one of the neons back there. The other neons tend to hang out over here in this corner. There's about 5 of them in here. Tend to be kind of shy. Actually, there they are. They're behind the driftwood. See one of them right there. A couple more back there in the corner. Usually neon tetras don't do well for me. I've always wanted to have them in this community tank, but this last batch of 5 that I picked up at over here locally at the Aquatic Critter, they've done really well. This snail is amazing. This is my pagoda snail. Just a beautiful snail. And I'm hoping that he'll start to, of course they're male and female. They don't need a partner to create new snails. This type of snail does. And I'm hoping that he'll create more pagoda snails. He created some more in the 29-gallon where I have that red spotted Severum. They're some of his or her offspring. Love the look of rummy nose. And I believe I'm getting some what are called platinum rummy nose from the Cichlid Shack. I was going to be getting some fish from him, but I had a lot of company over the Thanksgiving holiday and the weather got real cold, so we're holding off on that shipment. So hopefully I'll be able to get it before winter's over. If not, I can wait till the spring. I'm not in a big hurry. Here's a couple silver dollars. Not sure what tank I'm going to put them in. Picked them up as what they call dither fish. Maybe I'll put them in the 90. Really cute guys. Very healthy. Picked them up locally actually at a PetSmart. Just saw them there. Just the 2 of them in a tank. I said, okay, I'll take both of them. And they've done really, really well. Eating well. Very active, very pretty. I still have my Jack Sparrow, my pirate fish, Autopharynx tetrastigma. He's a one-eyed fish, and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to put it back in the 300, only because he'll have trouble competing for food with having only one eye. He really has to kind of guess where the food is and go after it. His left eye that's pointing towards us now is in good shape, but if we go around, up there we go, he turned around for us. You can see on the other side, he's really got just a pit there. So he truly is just a one-eyed fish. Went through a very rough patch where he was laying on his side, and I was certain he was going to die. So his name is Lazarus. Actually, I think I prefer Jack Sparrow. Pirate fish. Have to get him a little patch for that other eye. So the room is ready for the live stream. I have some of the equipment up. We're going live here in a few hours, and I'll be sitting in front of this tank. So be sure to tune in for the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. That's every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central. I told you, no frills. I wasn't kidding. So that's the update on the fish room. Any thoughts, ideas, comments, tips? Share them below. We all learn from each other around here on this channel. And I hope to see you on Saturday for the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. And become a patron if you want to support the channel on a monthly basis. Details are in the description. The Patreon, a Garage Gang monthly support. Hit that sub button and the thumbs up, the bell and the thumbs up. We're getting close to 50,000 subscribers, and it's getting exciting. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I'll see you again soon, my friends. Bye-bye.